In the Bible, we see people getting tribes for the first time at the Tower of Babel. Well, could the Tower of Babel have been located geographically, in Africa? Because in Africa is one of the continents where we have so many tribes compared to other continents. Welcome to Ask the Ministers of God. Today, we want to demystify matters tribalism. Before His Excellency, the late Magufuli, the President of the Republic of Tanzania, passed on, he gave a wise piece of advice, and he said in his country they have approximately 121 tribes. In Kenya, we have approximately 43 tribes, but the level of tribalism in our country, story for another day. Welcome to this show. My name is Super Waroy, and let me introduce the man of God from my extreme right. It has always been left. Karibu sana.
Asante. My name is David. I'm a pastor in Nakuru County, Nakuru North Sub-County. I pastor with a ministry called Live Vision Ministries. We are located off Melisita Road. And thank you so much, Super, for having me.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
Reverend Faith Nyokabi Bogonko, Deliverance Christian Church in Pipeline. It's good to be here.
Karibu. One-on-one, we want to get into the quote of the day. You will always pass failure on the way. You will always pass failure on the way. It is important to understand that no matter the failure on your way, it is on your way. So you keep on moving as you progress towards success. Thank you very much for being with us one-on-one. Let us have the question of the day, because we had our team go out and collect questions from you.
Nina swali kwa wachungaji. Ham alikuwa mtoto wa Noa, na Ham aliona uchi wa Noa na akamlaani. Tunaweza kuwa sisi hii generation penye tumefika hii, hiyo laana inaweza kuwa imetufuata ikatufikisha hapa penye tumefika, kwa sababu tukiona venye mambo inaendelea saa hizi tumefika mahali pabaya. Inaweza kuwa hiyo laana ya Ham ndio inatukula mpaka saa hii. Nauliza wachungaji waweze kutujibu, kama hiyo laana ya Ham ndio inatukula hadi hiki kizazi, ni ukweli? Wachungaji, mnaweza kutufafanulia na mtuambie kama ni ukweli, kwa sababu tunajiuliza maswali mingi sana kulingana na venye tuko saa hizi. Unapata hata watoto wamekataa kuheshimu wazazi, wamekataa kuheshimu mababa zao, waogopi wazazi wao, mpaka unauliza nini inaendelea. Zamani watoto walikuwa na heshima, lakini saa hizi imefika mahali pabaya sana. Inaweza kuwa hiyo laana ndio inatukula mpaka saa hizi. Ugonjwa ndio hii imekuja, corona inatukula. Tunaweza fanya nini ndio Mungu hatusamee? Ndio Mungu atusamee, atuondolee hii laana kama ni hiyo laana ukweli ndio inatukula.
Is Africa the son of Ham who laughed at his drunk father? I think that is what she's asking. And anasema laana imewakula.
Paka corona.
Hadi corona. Let us hit it off from you.
Kuna ukweli mahali. There's something about it that is true about Ham being an African, because when Noah spoke about this curse to his son, I think in the book of Genesis chapter 9 in verse 25, he says, you will be a servant of servants. But now when we look at the geographical placement at that point, there is evidence biblically and geographically that part of the descendants of Ham were in Egypt, and then there's another part, the grandson went down all the way to Ethiopia. So there's that train that can be followed that way. But you see, geographically, that is where it is. But Africa is larger than that. And also part of them also went to Iraq. There are others that remained there in Iraq. And there are others that flowed all the way up to Turkey. So it is true that is where they came. But at the same time, It is also true that even if that is how it was, the rest of Africa are not really direct descendants of Ham.
So maybe just to demystify that for us, Pastor.
Yes.
To add to what Reverend has said, what would your thoughts be?
You understand that Ham was the second son of Noah. And the Bible says that Ham had 4 sons. The first son is called Cush. And theologians and historians believe that Cush came to bring birth to the land of Cushites, or the present Ethiopia. We have Mizraim, we have Put, we have Canaan. So it would be wrong to say that Africa is cursed because of Ham, because Ham did not only have one son, the Cushites, or the Ethiopians.
So if we go back, it's about Noah. Noah had 3 sons.
Yeah.
And now one of the sons was now Ham. Who laughed at him,
Yeah.
because, or rather mocked because he slept drunk,
Yeah.
and showed his nakedness.
But also in the book of Psalms 105, verse number 23, if I could read, the Bible records that Israel also came into Egypt, and Jacob sojourned in the land of Ham. So biblically also, Egypt is referred to the land of Ham. Verse 27 also says, they showed his signs among them and wonders in the land of Ham. So Egypt biblically is referred to the land of Ham. But that doesn't mean that we as African are cursed because of Ham.
So if we were to settle it, would settle it at the descendants of Ham in Africa, Reverend?
Yes, there are some descendants of Ham in Africa. And I love what Pastor David has said, because he did not have one son or 2 sons. And there are those that settled elsewhere. And some of them ended up being great blessing even to the nation of Israel and part of their genealogy. So as much as that happened, it will also be very important to realize we cannot pin our heritage on that past, because that would make the new covenant, the New Testament, null and void. So it doesn't matter the lineage we carry, it doesn't matter how we were born, where we came through. At the end of the day, in the New Testament, the Bible says, I think in 1 John 1:9, behold what manner of love is this, that we should be called not the sons of Ham, but the sons of God. So now we must get our identity through Christ. Because when he died on the cross, the Bible says, Jesus said, it is finished. Part of what was finished is these things that we carry, that we try to explain away. How, you know, how poor, how miserable, how cursed, how sick, how even our language sometimes just depicts that it's not even what we carry, it's what is in us. So unless we change our mind and accept the spirit man that has been changed by Christ's work on the cross, then his work will be null and void. Either we go by grace or we go by faith.
So I guess we are on that the sons of Ham are spread across. The sons of the Canaanite are spread across. So we cannot pin down and say, Africa, nyinyi, you're cast, you're not doing well because of this and this. Maybe you would want to add something before you go to the next question?
Yeah, Paul records in the book of Acts when he says that when he's speaking to, I don't remember the name of the people, but he says that we came from one blood, from one man, that we may occupy the whole face of the earth. And he continues to say, so that he determined where we'll be born, he determined the boundaries of our habitation, so that we would seek him. So I want to say that it is God who determined our habitation and the times we'll be born. And he says we came from one blood that we may occupy the entire face of the world. So occupying Africa doesn't mean that we are cursed. No, it was predetermined of God for us to be born in Africa and the time that we were born. Yeah.
Kwa sababu Africa has many tribes, might it be that the Tower of Babel was built in Africa?
Okay, interesting one. Feedback. Who will take that up? Reverend, you're already smiling. Like you want to attack it with fire by force.
Where is the Tower of Babel geographically today? Actually, it is in modern day Iraq. And previously, that would have been Babylon. And then, of course, now it goes back to the Tower of Babel in Babel. Now, she talked about tribes.
Yeah, alikuwa nauliza, I think it's the whole issue of the fact that we have so many tribes in Africa compared to other continents.
Angeangalia agundue ya kwamba sisi tunaziita tribes, but ukienda kwingine kama Asia wanaziita, zingine zinaitwa clanism, but ziko tofauti na wanaongea malugha nyingi. Actually lugha ni nyingi sana, ni vile sisi inaonekana ikiwa nyingi because hapo ndio sisi tunajua. Tunajua Afrika na Waafrika. Ukienda like Asia, uko kwa Wahindi, ziko kadhaa. Ziko kadhaa.
You actually, before starting the podcast, you're sharing about maybe having been to one of the to the continent or nations,
exactly.
And your experience was very different.
Very, very different. Very, very different. Kwa sababu ukifika pale, ukienda hizo sehemu sana hizo Uhindini huko, bara ya Uhindi, utagundua kwamba kuna makabila ni mengi sana, miungu ni mingi sana, na unakuta ya kwamba uhasama ambao hupatikana katika ukabila Afrika unaendelea hata kule, lakini pia ziko nyingi sana.
So the issue of tribalism is very clear. I guess it's just how you name it, yeah, based on where you are from. But I think in Africa we've made it a very big, before going, just getting another question or going for the break, we've made it such a big elephant in the room that you're not my tribe. Yet the same blood flows in our veins.
Yeah. And I think to answer the question, the viewer's question, maybe she thinks that maybe we were the one that were in the forefront in the Tower of Babel, because like it landed on us, we were
tulikuwa pale juu, Mungu akikasirika.
So sisi ndio tulitawanywa zaidi kuliko
tulikuwa tunafanya roofing
kila mtu. But I think nothing could be further from the truth, because as Papa C would say that Babel is in central Iraq. I think it's called Hira. That is where Babel was. And furthermore, I need also to say that you did not choose where to be born. Nobody chose where to be born. You never chose to be born a man or a woman, to be born this tribe or that tribe, even the time to be born. So I think we have no right whatsoever to hate on other people based on their tribe.
Can I just add a little bit of something? We need to realize having your tribe is not bad. Being tribal is very bad. I should carry my lineage with grace, and be proud of the blood that runs through my vein. But that does not make me inferior or superior to anybody, because I am who I am by the grace of God. But we need to also to realize that it is the devil who brings in tribalism. Tribe might have come from God and under the circumstances because of the motive that was there when building the Tower of Babel. Tribalism is what is experienced maybe in Africa. If you go to Asia, they have caste system. If you go to Europe and America, they have racism. So easy vipengele vimewekwa to separate, to rule, to bring supremacists and inferiority is something that the devil has been working on to make others feel worse than others. Because it's the devil who comes to kill, to steal, and to destroy. So in Africa, it might be called tribalism. Lakini kwingine na majina mengine, but the same devil is at work everywhere. So we must rise above that and make sure we know our heritage is Christ. That's where we belong.
Yes. Very well said. Before going for the short break, hapa naona niko na mambo hapa. This is credit. Ya ukweli. Just in case useme ya kwamba mnatuambilia zawadi ambazo tuzipati. Now, I would like you as the viewer of Ask the Ministers of God to tell me or let us know what was the last topic we discussed 2 weeks ago, or rather what topic did we tackle 2 weeks ago on Ask the Ministers of God. That particular winner will be walking away with a credit card worth 1,000 bob. Credit here, 1,000 Kenya shillings. That is credit you can do so much with. So go to our YouTube page and answer that question on the comment section. Wacha nambari yako ya simu. I'll be awarding you 1,000 Kenya shillings worth of credit. Ni yako si yako. We'll be right back after the break.